want to start with, and I mean this so seriously. I loved season 2. I loved season 1, but I loved season 2, and like the show is just so exceptional.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
So what I'm getting at is, at the end, now that you've seen the reactions and you've been a part of this like masterpiece of a show, how much have you been like thinking about like retiring because as actors?
Yeah.
Because
Where do you go from
But
here?
in all seriousness, like this might be the best thing on your resume,
honestly,
for the rest of time.
These
Okay,
these
I'm really
shows
depressed
don't
now.
these shows don't happen
No.
very often, if
It's
at all.
crazy. Yeah.
And to have worked on it, even though it's 2 seasons, it's 5-6 years of our life.
Yeah.
And to be greeted here with the reception that we have, ready to give this new little baby the final piece away, which is, I think we all think, genuinely going to change kind of Star Wars history in a way. It's moving the needle, and it's opening up new avenues. It's incredible, man.
Yeah, it's such a privilege, and it is hard to think, what do you follow that with? It's like doing a really amazing play and then thinking, how do I ever do anything that will fill me up like that did?
Yeah.
It's hard. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm joking around a little bit, but it's very...
No, it's the
so,
truth.
But it's so rare to have a show that is not just so entertaining to watch, but has such depth to it, where like you're talking about very, very real issues. Like I was watching this as I'm watching democracy unfurl in America, and I'm like, can everyone please watch Andor and like see where please?
Yeah, but great writing. Like I remember doing Angels in America on Broadway, and we did it like 30 years after it had been originally done, and the relevance it had then was as strong as when it had first been done, because great writing is timeless.
Yeah.
You can show Andor 50 years ago and in 50 years, and you will have, fortunately or unfortunately, similar themes all the time. It's like, as humans, we keep coming up against the same thing, and at least with Andor, you feel like we have the opportunity to create like an empathy. Like it's an empathy gym. That's what fiction is. You try and Trojan horse the empathy in there, and I think that's what we're...
I have to ask you, what do you think it would be like if your 2 characters went to couples therapy, and who would talk first?
Judging by every interview we've ever done, I think me.
I would talk first. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about.
No, but you know what he does?
No, you never give me enough space.
He breathes in, and I think, is he breathing in because he wants me to start talking? So when he breathes in, I take my chance.
I just want to chop the vegetables
in peace
and not get pressured about how I'm cooking dinner.
Yeah, but you're not
and
chopping them. Oh, God. What do you make of this lovely little union?
There's so much I want to talk about with this season, but there is some exceptional stuff between you two, and like there's and this is not a spoiler, but there's like a shot of you on a bed that like
it's the best thing ever.
It's not like that.
Not even in the script. Not even in the script.
Was that not in the script?
Not in the script. Yeah. And in fact, I think, if I'm not wrong, Tony saw it and was like, "What is that?" It wasn't in the script.
He was worried about it.
He was worried, and then, of course, it was like, it's the best thing ever. As these 2 women negotiate his fate, he just breaks down on the bed. He's a genius.
So, again, I don't want to do any spoilers, but what was your reaction and what was your takeaway when Tony told you ultimately where it was all going to go in season 2 and where things would end up after inhabiting these characters for so long?
I remember talking to him on the phone, and he sketched out my arc and your arc, and then kind of did a smattering of everybody else's, and I just was like silent for a bit, and he was like, "You okay?" I was like, "Wow, man!"
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Because everybody got an ending. Everyone got a full
is so
arc. How do you
invested in and has the most incredible journey. There's no fat.
Yep.
It's all explored, and it's so exceptional. It's so deep.
Yeah.
What every single one of these characters go through. I was amazed that Tony could pull the magic trick of taking 4 years and turning it into one season. And God, like, yeah, watching it back, I was an emotional wreck.
Yeah.
Not because I'd
That was
been
me
in it.
when the last episode ended. I was wrecked.
Yeah.
like,
just wrecked.
Great. Great.
You just get this, like, the story of a man who is just trying to find his place and survive in the world,
Yeah.
and then
Oh.
joins a revolution and ultimately is saving the universe at the end of Rogue One. Like, it's super intense.
Yeah.
And you have all of this constellation of beautiful characters around that on both sides who are equally invested in. It's
Yeah.
yeah,
Because
it's
a
extraordinary.
lesser writer would just focus on Andor, on Cassian, and everybody else would be filler for that, you know? What he did was open up this huge thing, and it's also a testament to Diego Luna, because
Yeah.
Diego, as a number one on a call sheet, he wants to be part of a community. It never felt that he wanted to be, he wanted to be part of something, not just like, let's put a central character and then everybody else is sort of extraneous. Tony wrote, and I'm so satisfied with Dedra's finish, like with where she ends up at the end of season 2. I think for an audience, considering what they've seen in season 1 of, where she is, it's really satisfying and
Yeah.
deserved. Like, I think it's a real payoff. It's so smart, so clever. If I could work with Tony for the rest of my life on Tony's scripts, that's all I would do. Like,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Does he want us? Tony, do you want us to just keep doing things for you?
That's why I started this interview off with like is it, where do you go as
Yeah.
actors? Like when you have material that's this fucking good, it's crazy.
I have to go on stage to like Eugene O'Neill, Ibsen, all of
Sure,
that
I
stuff.
know.
That's
I
where
mean-
I have to go now. Because where do you find this?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
You don't.
I need
Severance is good, though. I'd like to be in Severance.
Yeah, that's also pretty good.
I'd be happy to be severed. Anybody want me to be in Severance?
I need to stop, and I'm just going to
Oh.
say it. I really mean this. Thank you for your work on this show. It's exceptional, and I thank you for stopping by the studio.
Thank you
Oh,
so much,
so
man.
appreciate it,
That
man.
was really great.